today on demoing how to use the Cube Cloud connector. So what this will do is connect Cube Cloud data, so that's data in your Cube Cloud account, to Google Data Studio. So first I authorize. So I'm authorizing the connector, and all this does, the only reason we have to authorize is because we are connecting an external service, namely your Cube Cloud account, to Google Data Studio. So I just select my account here, like it says. I want to connect to an external service, and I click Allow. Good. Cool. Next, I have to enter in my path, which is going to be the REST API here from our Cube Cloud, and my key, which I can get the secret key under Settings, Configuration, and it's this Cube.js secret here. Okay, so let's do that. Enter in my REST API endpoint and my secret key. I click Submit. Cool. Next, I'm going to add security contexts. This is optional, but the security context is a way in Cube Cloud to provide user data, things like that, permissions within Cube Cloud. The easiest way to get your security context is just to go to Cube Cloud and copy and paste it, like so. Cool. And then down here, I can select which cubes I want to use. So if I leave that blank, it'll pull in all cubes, but by default, it will pull in all cubes. There might be some cubes that we're not interested in, so maybe I'm only interested in users and customers, so I can do that. And then finally, I add a default time dimension. So orders created at might be my default time dimension. I can also allow overrides, so I can change that in a report, in a Google Data Studio report, to different values per chart. So I'll check that and I'll allow that. Next, I'll click Connect. Allow parameter sharing, that's just updating the dimension. Cool. And then you'll see what the connector does is it goes and automatically pulls in all of the different dimensions and metrics for the cubes that you entered. So now I can create a report. And I could see, for instance, by customer city, I could see the orders by customer city. So let's look at orders. Orders should be a metric. Here we go, orders. I've already got customer city selected as the dimension. And there you go. I've got customer city and the orders, right? I could add, of course, a date range control, all the things that you're used to in Google Data Studio. I could add that and update this, and it will use that default setting that we had over here. That was the orders created out as the default time dimension. If I wanted to update that, right, like if I wanted to do this by the date that the customer was created, I could do customer created at, and I could update that here. So I could do customers dot created at. And if I do that, it will update. Cool. So that's how I update the date range dimension that I want to use. Right? Up here, of course, like everything else in Google Data Studio, I can update the dimension and the metric here. Great.